KT7 up here. Happy holidays. This is my max reincarnated Veritas of the Light Showcase. Many of you have asked about her in my comments, so I thought I will share my setup and show a couple matches using her. By the way, my Vanera 140 showcase has been ready for a few days now. I will release it as soon as they announce her in the news. Now let's go over how I built Light Veritas. First, let's talk about my choice of support abilities. Aura of Lucent Brilliance has to be always equipped. The second support I am using is Speed Booster for 12 unit resistance and 12% agility. I do not recommend Swift Sorcery. Even if you give her Swift Sorcery, 200 skill activation time reduction from TS, plus 250 from Orchi Esper, she still won't be able to instant cast Ultima Burst. That brings me to the skill list at the bottom. I highly recommend to turn off Radiant Holy and Ultima Burst. Both of these require casting. They can really slow her down if you leave them on. I do sometimes leave Radiant Holy on for another sure hit and re-raise Dispel. Next, let's go over what is not available in Global yet. Her weapon has just dropped on JP last week. It will cost 15 Light Veritas metal per recipe. The general ability is Missile Attack 15. And for Light Veritas she also gets Magic Man Eater 15, Reaction Block Rate 30, and Reduce Physical Damage taken 10 for the first 3 hits. I think the Magic type is the one I will build. However, the Death Penalty +1 is better in my opinion. The CT up and 25% damage increase after taking out a unit is very strong. Finally, her LB. It is a sure hit AoE attack with range up to 6, range height of 2, and area height of 1. It does require line of sight. Before damage, dispel enemies' active wide guard, then deals extra large damage. Post damage, lower target's magic damage output by 20% for 3 turns. Having another sure hit is great for her, as her accuracy is bad. I haven't leveled up her LB yet, but it still did really good damage on a full gunner team. Since it requires line of sight, by the time she is clear to use her LB, there is already a missile chain built up on the targets. Moving on to her equipments, Esper and Trust Stone. The Death Penalty +1 is her best weapon. Summer Jaden's gun is my second choice. In the second slot, Guardian Crystal is a must. In the TMR slot, I gave her Keen Blade most of the time. This is one of the best thing about Veritas of Light, she is the only gunner unit that can equip heavy armor. If the map doesn't favor Keen Blade, give her agility or accuracy. In her Esper slot, the Orochi is the best for curse resistance. Regular Bahamut is good for more power, and Chariot has AoE penetration. Dark Siren has 5 unit resistance and good accuracy, also a fine choice. For her TS, I recommend Lux Set on the left for a little more accuracy, and agility on the right to make her speedier. All the abilities are listed here for the equipment showing below. Be sure to give her healing power up. She has an instant select 2 heal from her main sub. It can be very useful in longer matches or second Guild War fights. Next is Sample Team. I have only prepared one team for her. I tried her in Monolight, but she does not perform that well on those teams. I will try her again with Hero King Mont and report back if my opinion changes. She is great in this full gunner setup. I gave her main job sub for the instant healing, Aura of Lucent Brilliance, and Speed Booster as supports. Wonder Heal as her reaction. Her unit and AoE resistance are really good. Unit resistance at 62 and AoE resistance at 53. Has total of 45 physical wideguard and 25 magic wideguard when her buff is active. Spirit penetration at 50 and missile pen at 10. Her missile pen is not good, but she does have a missile resistance and peril before damage from her group buff. Plus she has 40 AoE penetration to start if she is holding Angela's VC. Her AoE pen can reach 70 when she uses her Saint Eraser attack. In a setup like this, Veritas of Light is surprisingly tanky, and her damage is quite impressive. She is the most fun Veritas unit in my opinion. Being able to use Keen Blade on a full gunner team can build up a chain really fast. One thing to watch out for is which slot Jaden is in. He will not use his group buff on his first turn if he is in the first slot. But if he is in the third slot, Yuna will cast follow-up attack on Veritas before Jaden. So the order of the team is Yuna in the first slot, Jaden in the middle, and Veritas is in the last position. That can ensure Yuna buff all 3 units on turn 1, then give the follow-up attack to Jaden on turn 2. The thinking behind this team is really straightforward. Jaden is the main attacker, and Yuna is there for the follow-up attack. Veritas of Light is to use Keen Blade and cap off Chain when she catches up from the backline. Her range isn't as long as the other two units, she can heal her teammates if they are hurt during the first few turns. The VC I want to bring attention to is the subcard on Light Veritas. It will be available on GL in a couple weeks. It is a totally free card that can be exchanged with both Water and Ice Veritas medals. The card and the shards are in a very reasonable exchange rate, be sure to pick it up. Now let's go to a couple sample matches. Please excuse my ranking, I skipped the first 4 days of this quick pick season. Let's go over the rules for this quick pick season. All units have a magic force barrier from range 2 to 5, total of 20% magic damage reduction at 5% per panel. Nullify Frostbite, Confusion, and Charm. So you will see Jaden move as close to the target as possible to attack, whereas his AI usually prefer to stay still. Light Veritas saved my behind in this one. That's all I have for today. If there isn't any changes, my Vanera showcase will be next. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.
情など捨てた。まずはここを切り抜けにあるのは憎悪だけだ。我が相手力を授けよう。見事なものだ。来い、よし、我を楽しませた。こんなこともあろうかと。いいじゃねえか。しっかりと味わえ。狙った相手は逃がさない。お前の怒りはそんなものか。行きます。感謝するぜ。限界を超える。無駄な抵抗はやめなさい。お前はここで死ぬ。決着の時だ。しっかり弱い。死ね。弱い。死ね。後悔しても遅いぜ。私が切り開くよ。ユーナ、参ります。ここは私決着のとここは私に任せてもらおう。邪魔をするな。決着の時だ。無駄な抵抗はやめなさい。カモメだ。誰も死なせない。いいじゃねえか。私を助ける。何を怯えて気まぐれだ。ありがとう。よし、ネオアグをご苦労。来い。俺を楽しませて。行きます。後悔しても遅いぜ。弱者はメスには高みへ。情など捨てた。お前の怒りはそんなものか。あるのは憎悪だけだ。元気だぜ。ご苦労。時は満ちた。こんなこともあろうかと。感謝するぜ。しっかりと味わえ。狙った相手は逃がさない。まずはここを切り抜けるじゃねえか。行きます。無駄な抵抗が悪いな。行くぞ。決着の時だ。ネオアグタノさらなる高みへ。嘆いて
楽しめそうだな。元気出せ。
ご苦労。
私が切り開くよ。
邪魔をするな。お前の怒りはそんなものか。
落ちろ。
速攻で畳んじゃいます。
行きな。しっかりと。くたばる覚悟をしておけ。
無駄な抵抗はやめろ。
信頼は甘やかしてはならない。鎧がないと見た目に騙される。